This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let's go. Get on your mark, let's go. What you waiting for? There's so much more. Lessons from the journey. Good future's yours. Let go, explore. It's yours for sure. Sing with me with fear. So to God I stay near. I keep my hand to the plow. There's no turning back now. My future look bleak. I decided to see. He said follow me. On the journey you'll see. Get on your mark, let's go. What you waiting for? There's so much more. Lessons from the journey. The future's yours.
I don't even know what to say. But first, I got to say, welcome to episode 5 of Lessons from the Journey. I'm shaking. You know, I got to keep it 100. I am shaking tonight. This is something I have prayed for probably my entire life, to be able to be 100% me on a show with my people representing the beauty industry. Oh my God, I'm literally so thankful for tonight. I'm thankful for this position that God has given me. Anyway, welcome. Episode 5, Lessons from the Journey. You know what we do here. We're over here teaching you and learning how to master the game of life and experience the life of a legend. Yes, I've changed it. And you know we're in the development season. So that means it'll probably be different next week. But I think I've landed on it. Tonight, it's all about the beauty industry and truth and beauty. Let me tell you a little bit about my heart. Before I became a stylist, I had been fully entrenched in marketing and corporate America. It was serving me very well. And one day, watching an Oprah Winfrey episode, Pregnant and at Home, I heard the voice. I just heard the voice. I guess through Oprah say, find what you love and money will always follow. It was at that point that I quit my job, very good job, while I was pregnant. And I said, I'm going to go work in the beauty industry. And at that point, I felt a little bit of shame. People laughed at me for my decision. I lost everything. But something in my heart told me that my life would be forever changed for this decision. And tonight, let me tell you full circle, my life has been changed forever because of the beauty industry. Because of the beauty industry, I found my real self. I found my family. I found out who I was and what I could do. And the beauty industry let me be everything that God said I could be, unapologetically. So to be able to give all my gifts and talents tonight, using them tonight, it's miraculous. So anyway, I just wanted to say that. I want to give a shout out real quick to my best friend of blah, 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 blah years, Gwen Rambis Nakachi. Happy birthday. And to Jay out in Alabama, happy birthday to you too. I love you, boo. Tila, real quick, I want to go to, if I can, before I introduce our guest, can we go to Facebook, to our Facebook group? Is that possible before I introduce the guest?
Yes.
Yay. There's pictures. I'm so excited. Now, if we get it to work, that'll be the fun part. T, can you grab them or no?
We're live.
Yeah, I know we're live. I can't see the pictures. Are they there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can't see them. So let me do this. I'm just gonna go and talk to my co-host tonight, Becca. Becca, can you show me your face? Hi, beautiful. Can you introduce yourself, co-host Becca, and tell the people where I met you before I tell them my side of the story?
Yeah. Hi, my name is Rebecca Wells. I am one representing the Midwest. Woohoo. Secondly, I am a cosmetologist here in South Dakota. I am a Bible believing single mom, and I've been in the industry for about 4 years now. And I met Miss Shawnee at Champ Camp in Florida.
And can you just tell them real quick what Champ Camp is? Because what if they don't know what Champ Camp is? What's Champ Camp?
Lauren's gonna murder me. I'm not specifics, but it pretty much teaches you to master your business in the salon.
I can't hear you, but okay. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and introduce you myself. Becca, I met her at Champ Camp. It is a phenomenal business platform that really teaches you how to understand the numbers in this game, and numbers are everything. I met her 22 years old, single mom out there learning those numbers. And when she came up to me and says, I want you to be my coach, she inspired and pushed me into a new place. And when I decided that I needed somebody like Becca, she right away was like, please, I want to come aboard. I want to unite and change the world with you, starting in the beauty business. So please let me introduce you to my co-host for the night, Becca. Second, let me introduce you. Is Katie Teller in the room tonight? Katie, you here? I can't hear you.
Can you hear
Hi,
me?
sweet. Yes, I can hear you. Hi, darling. How are you?
I'm so good. How are you, my friend?
Oh my gosh, I'm so good. Can I just read your bio a little bit? Because
Sure.
first of all, you impress me.
Oh.
You are one of the most well-rounded, generous people I've ever met, and smartest. Let me read you a little bit about Katie Teller. Katie is the founder and owner of Abstract Salon Studio Salons in Frisco, Texas. Katie's passions include education, team building, and raising awareness in the community regarding different social issues. You know, that is so generic. Katie is a powerhouse educator. Her social media platform is through the roof. Her work is absolutely tremendous. And her passion for her animals and her people is, I don't even know what else I can say about you.
Don't mess with my people or my animals.
Right.
For you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for joining this platform tonight. Can you tell me how you've been doing?
I've been doing great. We made it through COVID. Praise Jesus for that.
Yes.
So, we're just trying to get back in the swing of things here. I'm in Texas, so things are going pretty good here. But I've got the 2 salons now. I'm looking at opening a 3rd. I've actually just started looking for spaces there and building my team. I've got the most amazing team, I feel like, in DFW, and it's the most diverse group, most diverse clientele. Like, we love every day coming to work. It's great.
I love you. I'm coming there. I'm coming to see you next month.
You are.
We're on the calendar. I haven't forgotten about you. A little bit busy.
I haven't forgotten about you.
I'm coming.
Yep.
Let me introduce Tamika Rogers, owner, author, amazing, humanitarian. Where are you, Tamika? I can't hear her. Tamika, you there?
You want Tamika Morgan or Tawana Rogers?
Tamika, what did I say? Oh, Tamika Morgan. I'm so sorry. I said Rogers on my paper. Tamika Morgan. I'm so sorry.
That's me.
That's you. Come on down. I told you it's 100% real in here. Tamika, how are you? She is the author, owner of Blue Leaf Salon in Jacksonville, Florida. She was just straight up playing. I asked for 2 sentences. My homegirl said, God, family, and hair in that order. Born to lead and learn. What it do? How are you?
Good.
You're good. What's going on in Jacksonville? You are very passionate. You told us earlier. Tell me in about 30 seconds, what makes you so passionate about education?
It's important. You need education to grow. You need education to lead. And I feel that there is a missing link between the student and the professional. And
Amen.
us as leaders to find what the gap is and bridge it for them. They just don't go to school because they don't have anything else to do. They go to school because it's something that they love. And
That's right.
sometimes when you love something, you really don't necessarily know how to cultivate what you love. And what I mean by cultivate is eat.
That's
You
good.
The best hairstyle.
Don't give it all away. Don't give
Okay.
it all away.
I won't give
Hold
it all-
on, boo. Because you just drop a nugget after nugget. Settle it down.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me go to Tana. Tana, where you at? Let me read you about Tana Morgan. Now, am I getting this? Tana Rogers. I think there's 2 Morgans, and that's why I'm confused.
So Tamika, my married name's Morgan. It's Tana Rogers Morgan. So that's why you're getting it all confused. Yes, I love my honey. That's Tana Rogers Morgan. Yes.
Thank you. You know, I gotta, it's a little brain tumor humor, but it's for real. Sometimes all those words going back and forth confuse it. All right, let me introduce you properly. I'm afraid. This is Tana. Tana is the owner of Our Salon Company in Roseville, California. Over the past 25 years, Tana has been a platform artist, salon owner, stylist, and recently received her credentials as a life coach. With her experience combined with her passion, her mission is to change the beauty industry by growing individuals with a high level of business and emotional intelligence. Talk about uniting and changing the world. What up, Tana?
Yeah, I mean, that just sums it up. Thank you very much. And I cannot wait to talk to all these people because, you go into this as almost blinders because it's your baby, it's your salon, it's your people, you're growing and growing and growing. And then I get to be on this platform with all these people who are on the same mission as me. And I get to hear their voices differently and their ideas differently. So I'm just honored to be here and be a part of this. So thank you.
Amen. Amen. Now, Lauren Gartland. I don't see you. So show me your camera. So I'm going to read what Lauren wrote, and then I'm going to tell you about Lauren. Lauren is known as the Queen of Inspiration and the Champion Whisperer. Because of her unique ability to teach and inspire salon professionals how to make more money, work fewer hours, and create their ideal dream business. Lauren founded Inspiring Champions in 1995. Her success methods have trained tens of thousands how to substantially skyrocket their sales income and profit using her easy, proven, and repeatable business systems. Rated as one of the top success coaches in the industry, her energy, passion, and enthusiasm are contagious. Every one of those things is true. But let me tell you what Lauren is. Lauren has the ability to see within a human being gifts, talents, and abilities that they can't see and give them the tools that they need to elevate their entire life. She is a transition coach. She is what this industry needs, and she is my friend. Lauren Gartland, can you please say hello?
Wow. Thank you, Miss Shawnee. I love you, and I thank you. I appreciate the great kind words, and you are more than my friend. You're my mentor. You're my inspiration. You're my biggest cheerleader. Everybody needs a cheerleader in life, and everyone needs someone that lifts them up because we all have moments where we're not up. And you have always been that for me. And I'm grateful and I love you.
I love you so much. I love you so much. Now, I got one more person to introduce. Julie Kozo. I love you because Julie is the most humble human I've ever met. Listen to what she wrote. Every level has a devil. As a therapist, my passion is teaching humans, even if you want to cure cancer, humans will tell you it's a bad idea. Knowing what you think of yourself is all that matters. When the plane is crashing, the instructions are mask on you first, even before your infant child, because you're better for the world when you take care of yourself first. Julie is my mentor. She's my teacher. She is who planted probably every bit of foundation I have in this business. Julie, can you please say hello to the people?
Hello, everybody. I too am honored to be here.
Thank you for joining me. Thank you. I'm going to get into our question, okay? Because I'm going to start with you, okay? I sent you guys the questions, and I want to start with this one. Going to Julie first, and we've got 15 minutes on this, so be mindful of the time when you're answering. What has been the most valuable lesson from your journey to and through the beauty industry?
Ooh-wee, that's a big question.
Mm-hmm. What pops into your mind right off the bat?
I think it just comes back to, you know, my sentences. I always focused on me. I never worried about competition. I never marketed. I never did all that, because when I focused on me in our industry, especially, but it's also true in life, even in a marriage, you can't fix your husband or your spouse or your partner, whatever the case may be. You can only focus on you and fix whatever issues you're bringing to the table. And in business, it's so true. If you focus on 1 minute of time on another salon, on some other stylist, you're just taking away your skills, talents, and abilities. I love your tagline, for what you could bring to the table. I had a business in Campbell. We had salons on every corner, and it's a place where people have money. I never worried about, I didn't have the nicest salon. I didn't have the prettiest salon. I didn't have the best equipment. But what I did have was a desire for skills. And when we honed in on our skills, and when I say skills, I meant everything. I didn't let the hairstylist dress however they wanted. I didn't let them speak however they wanted. We had to have decorum. And when I honed in on all of those things, we blossomed. And at age 56, it's still the same. I just hone in on me, and the rest takes care of itself.
I love you so much, because everything that I am is because of you. You know, I had a strong Silicon Valley background, which helped me in the business. But when I got into the beauty industry, it was your foundations that helped me to really develop as a salon owner and as a human being. You really started to help me. You became my mother in some areas where I was deeply emotionally broken. And I think you gave me the ability to see how important the beauty industry can be in repairing broken people. I want to ask that same question. I want to come to you, Lauren. I want to ask, what has been the most valuable lesson from your journey to and through the beauty industry?
For me, I would say hands down, it's learning the power of one, the power of how one individual can make a massive difference. You know, how I got into the salon industry was in a very unique, unconventional way. You know, it was back in 1984. And I literally had no passion, no purpose, no direction in life. I was lost. I got on an airplane. I went back to Minnesota. I got off the plane. My best friend called me and said, Lauren, she said, I know you're going through some challenging times. We're going to go out and we're going to party like rock stars. So there she took me to TGIF Fridays. And never in my wildest imagination could I have known that that evening would change not only the course of my life, but of an entire industry. And so as we walked through those front doors, my friend, no sooner than 5 seconds through that door, she saw something. And she ran across that restaurant like a deer running through a field. And she grabbed this man, and they're jumping up and down, and they're kissing, and they're hugging, and the whole restaurant stopped. Everyone's looking at them. I walk over, and she goes, "Oh my gosh, Lauren." And she put her right hand on my shoulder, and she said, "This is Michael, my hairdresser." And I thought to myself, oh my gosh, I don't know what Michael has, but I want that. I want whatever that passion he has, that I had never seen another human being get so excited about someone. And I was just like, I got to have that. And here in a strange place, a man I have never, ever seen again, he looked at me within 3 minutes of talking to him, and he said, "Lauren," he said, "you should sell hair products. I hear they make really good money, and you would fit really well in the salon industry." And I'm here to tell you that in that second, the fireworks went off on Fridays, and I knew that I was supposed to work in the salon industry. And so my journey began in 84, but I started as in the top 1% as a sales consultant, then a sales manager of a distributor. Then I became a distributor. And it was in 95 that I started Inspiring Champions. Nobody could have told me that I would impact tens of thousands of lives. And so what I've learned is that one person can not only make a difference, but the impact and the change and the ripple effect. And to me, this is the greatest industry, and it's been such a joy and a pleasure. So the power of one and the difference that we can make.
Amen. Thank you, Lauren. Thank you, Lauren. Who am I missing? Who? Sorry, Julie, I talked to. I want to make sure I got all five before I put my input. Did I hear all five? Who am I missing? Producer, Tamika. Sorry, I can't see really well. Tamika, tell me, can you answer this question for me? Oh, sorry. What has been the most valuable lesson from your journey to and through the beauty industry?
I'm going to make this quick and short. Growing my faith and being consistent. Consistency is the difference between not eating and eating. I listened to one young lady say the marketing. You don't have to market if you're consistent. The other young lady said the power of
sorry, you just took me to church real quick. Sorry. Go ahead, baby.
The power of one is something that's so strong. I regardless of how many businesses I open or whatever I do, I know that if everyone walked out on me, that the power of one is God, and He'll sustain because I'm consistent and faithful. Yes. So it's consistency in everything I do.
And if you ever own a salon, everyone has walked out on you at one point in time.
I have a question, Tamika.
Yes.
Real quickly. You are in Jacksonville, Florida, right?
Yes.
You run a salon. And what is the demographics of your client base? It's cultural demographic of your client base. The makeup.
Well, we do hair.
There you go, baby. So, can you expand on that for me?
If you have hair on your head, we can do it. My salon is truly unique. I used to, say it's a multicultural salon, but it's a salon that does hair.
Come on, baby.
We specialize in hair. So if you walk into Blue Leaf Salon, anyone can do you. We have from braids to color corrections to blondes. We have a blonding specialist. We have a viral braider who was amazing. We have a young lady who can barber. We do hair. So
Hair.
you're
Thank you very much. Thank you. I wanted to point that out because it was so impressive, especially being in a Florida area. How difficult was it to establish your roots and say, I'm going to do hair. I don't do black hair. I don't do white hair. I'm taking all those stereotypes off my business because I am a professional in this beauty industry. How difficult?
It was hard.
Yeah.
It was very hard. It was a journey. When I decided I wanted to be a color specialist at the time, I had locks in my hair to where, you know, sometimes people aren't comfortable with how you look sitting in your chair, even though you're capable. So I changed my hairstyle, I changed my identity. I got to make people feel comfortable because I still wasn't comfortable with what I knew. So the first thing is like, I changed my image. I've morphed back to what I feel is comfortable for myself. But in order to build my clientele, I had to make the people sitting in my chair feel comfortable.
That's good. Thank you so much. Tana, I need you to unmute. And I'm going to ask you this question, but I feel like you have something bursting in your soul to say. I don't know. It's like my heart is racing. So I will repeat the question, but I really want to know what's in your heart. Let me repeat the question first. What has been the most valuable lesson from your journey to and through the beauty industry?
You know, I think it's knowing my worth. I think that really finding the tools of knowing my worth and identifying what fear is all about. You know, I mean, it's just not about hair. And as I learned all these tools to actually gain confidence, and it's just not being worthy of having a certain price of what my skills are, it just goes so much deeper than that. And when I found these tools and, you know, I identified what really fear was, what is really fear, and asked the questions. As I grew the company, I realized that a lot of these beautiful people don't know those tools. And for me to be able to learn it and then own it and then be able to give them the tools right back and then see them grow, because, you know, when you find your worth and when you really can identify what where fear comes from, it's so in many different places, everybody, but it's all the same tools to find it. I mean, that's where I think that's where it was for me, is finding my worth and really identifying what fear is and how to break through it
and stepping out of it. Thank you. Absolutely. Thank you. I'm coming back to you because there's something I want to touch on that a little bit deeper, but I need to hear Katie. Katie, question to you. What has been the most valuable lesson from your journey to and through the beauty industry?
Oh, Sean, that's so easy. So my friend Nina Kovner, she told me at one point, clear is kind, unclear is unkind, from Brene Brown. So about 7 years ago, you know, I was this rock star hairstylist in town. That was my identity. I had to shift completely into this new role as a salon owner, and it was really hard. Yes. And so, you know, clear is kind, unclear is unkind is actually a lot harder than it sounds. So yes. Every time there's an issue, as a salon owner, as a stylist with clients, anytime there is an issue, I think to myself, am I being clear or am I being unclear? So normally when there is an issue, I'm not being clear. I'm being unclear. So, you know, just working through that, communicating properly, that's really been my biggest thing that I try and do every day that helps me.
You really are one of the smartest stylists I know. We met at the
Business of Balayage.
Thank you. We met at a Business of Balayage class. Katie took me to the airport And I
Yep.
just felt like, oh, she's a person I'm going to unite and change the world with. I could see it in her eyes. And then let me tell you something else she did. She was attacked. Were you attacked on social media, Katie, over a racial issue?
Yes, and I reached out to you.
Yes. And she called me and she said, can
Yeah.
we go online?
Yep.
Will you get on and will you have this discussion with me? And we had the most candid conversation that led to me meeting a young lady who I still talk to. And that's what I'm saying. This industry, we're a family, and families are knit and interwoven together. So there can be no separation when we recognize and realize our position in this world. I'm going to go to the next question, and you guys are going to do me a favor this round. You're going to help me win. Once I call on the first person, that person, when you're done answering the question, you're going to call on the person you want to hear answer the question until they're done. Becca doesn't get to speak until everybody's done answering this question, which should be about 7:46. So let me ask the question and then I'll call my person. What lessons are you learning in this stage of the journey? And in what ways are you transforming because of the experience? I'm going to Tana.
You know, I have to tell you, it's learning what leadership is really all about. I think really taking the ego out of it and knowing that it's pure service given. I think that right now it's me being a strong leader and always going every day knowing I'm serving my people. And then in turn, finding your leadership group and picking the right ones who will serve the others and to grow the company. So I think right now my lessons are really to really truly learn how to be an incredible leader and teach the ones to the same. So,
you know, you're also leveling up to a brand, and I want to make sure that I acknowledge that. Tana owns 2 salons, or a blue and or green. I'm coming there. We're doing a Fox 40 segment. She is a community engager, right? But she's also committed to helping people in their profession and in their personal life to become what they never thought they could be in all areas. So what is it like for you as you take this next step? You are already been successful in the salon. What causes you to have a little anxiety in this transition?
Anxiety. Oh, I mean, where do I begin, right? I think just failing maybe, but you know, going back to the anxiety, you know, it is serving the community, and you know, with being blessed to be a part of you and your passion and your perception is just amazing. I really realized like this is all about the community because we are so important. We bring such a value to our community that has not been spoken yet and not been realized. When we create beauty, and to be able to touch someone, I mean, we have the ability not only to make them beautiful, but to touch them. That is something that is so powerful. So you're thinking and you're feeling, and then you're serving, and then you're giving it right back to the community. And that's when I realized, wow, I've got to give back even more. This is where we are right now. All these, we're developing all these skills. Why? Let's give it back. And so that's what we're doing.
That's good. I believe I'm gonna have you call the next person. Who do you want to hear from?
Oh gosh, let's do Lauren.
All right, Lauren.
All right, Miss Tanya. Woo! Felt like the baton was just passed. Wow. I think what I'm going to say, what am I learning at this stage of the journey? COVID was a wake-up call, and it helped me to get back to what's most important in my life, getting back to our morals, our core values. Are we walking the walk? Are we talking the talk? Are we really, have we swayed away from our passion and our purpose? Are we on track or are we off track? And, you know, so I just said the word track, and it brought something back to me. Growing up, I had the dream that I was going to go to the Olympics and I was going to run hurdles. And everyone said it's impossible. You're only 5'2". But I've always gone through life saying that transformation takes courage. It takes being a person who says, don't let what others say interrupt what God has put you here to do. And the lesson I learned from track was that in life, we all have obstacles. We all have things that could hinder us from being the best that we could be. And in track, I could have let everyone say, you know, because you're only 5'2", you're never going to make it. But yet I was unbeatable. Because in track, I learned, one, you've got to learn what is it you can be great at. If you're not tall enough, what's the one thing I could do that would give me a leading edge? And I learned it was be the first one out of the starting blocks. Well, most people live their life in the starting blocks. So the key is you got to get out of the starting blocks of life. And so I became the fastest. Because they said, if you can be the first one out of the starting blocks, you have the best chance of winning the race. And there's a life lesson there. So I was always the first one out of the starting blocks. And then the second thing you learn in track is that you never look to the right or to the left, because that one split second can cost you the race. And I think that so many people right now, they're so busy looking to the right and the left at their competition and going, oh my gosh, what are they doing? Oh, I'm not good enough. They're better than me. They do this better. They do that better. And they're always beating themselves up. They're beating themselves down. And so what you have to do is no. Forget about this. What were you put here to do? What is your passion? What is your purpose? Live it. That's what God, every human being, God's given us a gift and a talent. And when we're living it, we're living our true value. And the last thing is that in track, there's always a finish line. And all of us have to keep our eyes on what is your finish line. And if you will be the first one out of the starting blocks, which means stay in action, stop looking what everyone else is doing around you, keep your eye on your finish line and set your goals, your focus, your intention on being the first to get across it. And that COVID made me go back to that. And it made me realize I had lost focus. I got too busy. I think God stopped the world to show us it had gotten too busy and too crazy. And so transformation is not comfortable. It's not easy, and it's necessary. Because if we're not transforming, we're staying stagnant. And none of us were put here to be stagnant, and certainly not to build real estate in mediocrity land.
Come on, baby. Can you call the next person? That was good.
I
That was
would
really
love
good.
to. Oh my gosh, I'm going to pass the baton to Mika. Here it is, girl.
Okay. You need me to repeat the question, Tamika Boo?
Yes, please.
What lessons are you learning in this stage of the journey? And in what ways are you transforming because of your experiences?
Gosh, that's a big question.
I know. Ain't it? Welcome to class.
I learn every day.
Yep.
I'm learning every day. I'm learning to embrace change. I think the biggest lesson that I've learned so far on the journey is know your worth. Sometimes you may doubt because of others around you, but you really have to know who you are and what you're made of. And you know, I've been to different conferences and I've listened to people talk about that they're generational breakers. I necessarily don't agree with that because you're here. you know, everyone has a grandpa or uncle or someone down the line who was maybe an alcoholic or beat his wife, or you can't say you're a generational breaker because you're the first person to do something. But if you like dig deep in your history, like just looking at my history, no family is perfect. But when you pull the good out of the history, every person in my family, down to my grandmother, was a business owner. So it's in my blood.
Wow. So
So
that was passed down then.
it's in my blood.
It's in your blood, it's in your DNA, and it's all you saw.
It's all I know.
It's all you
But
know.
you know, so I guess what I'm trying to say is, don't focus on the things that may distract you or come at you hard or be negative. Know your worth and pull your worth from the generations before you that allowed you to be here.
That's good.
That's where I'm living right now. That's where I'm learning right now. Education is key. I believe in continuing education, not just in this industry, but you know, education as far as learning your roots, learning, making sure you have your full armor on, like the Bible, you know, just faith-based. So I feel like this part of the journey, I am, the seeds are planted, and I feel like now I'm blooming.
You know, you said so many things, and one of the things that you're talking about, generational legacy, really, and you were talking about it in your physical family, but what I see here tonight is we are creating a legacy within our work life family, this beauty industry family, and we're getting to see, look at all of the shades and shapes and places that we come from, and we are literally setting the stage and creating a foundation for a new reality in this industry. So I thank you so much for what you do. Can you pick who you want to hear from? I think it's Julie and who left?
Julie.
All right, Miss Julie Pooley. Do you need the question, or do you just want to freestyle? What you want to do?
Sure.
You want the question?
Yes, maybe, please.
All right, here, let me give it to you. What lessons are you learning in this stage of the journey? And in what ways are you transforming because of your experiences?
Okay, I get so into everybody's answers that the brain fades out. I think I am a different place in my life than probably a lot of you. I have the locomotive, and I'm off the locomotive now. Now I'm to a point where I am truly enjoying the fruits of my labor. And what I no longer have, I no longer feel like I have the worries that get in the way of my passion. Because it's part of the process. You can't escape the worry of needing to train someone, or someone messed up the hair, or the PG&E needs to be paid, payroll needs to be met. You cannot escape that. I have, you know, I've finished that chapter now. And so now I really, really am enjoying the fruits of my labor, because now I help people through social media. I help people at the grocery store, in the gas station, but it no longer takes my physical effort. It just takes my brains. And I feel like it's the Almighty's way of setting you up. In my 20s, I started that business. I was working 14, 16-hour days. I'm 56. I can't do that anymore. You know, as much as I am passionate about hair and wish I could do hair all day long, it's not physically possible. So I really enjoy lighting people's light up, letting them know that, you know, silver is not a color, or silver is not an age, it's a color. But just like I said about the curing cancer, I prepare them. They're going to say naughty things to you. No different than my 12-year-old. I have to let them know, when you want to put those green streaks in your hair, your aunt and uncle are going to be naughty to you. And I say it just like that, because I want them to know That's about them, not about you. They're being naughty, not you. But even with our silver hair, it's the same thing. So I'm really, really enjoying that. I know, because I've been working on doctors, lawyers. It doesn't matter. We all have the same fears. We all have, yes, they're no different. And running the business, they're no different either. They struggle to find good employees, whether they are the captain of the local police station or the pediatrician at the local, doctor's office. We all struggle to find good people, but like attracts like. You are working on your skills and being in this group and feeding the energy will bring those people to you. That's how I know Shawnee.
You told me though, and I passed it on to Becca. You won't be here long, sweetie. I can see who you are. That is a parent. A parent sees you and then directs you. So you gave me the ability to do that for other people. I got to go to Katie. Katie, let me ask you the question. What lessons are you learning in this stage of the journey, and in what ways are you transforming because of your experiences?
So, the lesson that I am kind of in the midst of right now, and again, COVID related, I think a lot of salon owners are right where I am, is that everyone sort of took a step back when COVID happened and said, I want a work-life balance, right? So, I think the younger generations that are working in the salons had a good handle on that already. I'm a Capricorn. I'm an early millennial, so I've always been a little bit of a workaholic, and so I was really pushing that onto a lot of my team members. And I was like, well, if you want to be successful, you got to do what I do. And you got to bust your butt, all these hours, which, I think that there is something to that a little bit. But I do feel like it's not important to a lot of people right now to be working that much. They would rather be spending time with their families, and they would rather be spending time with their friends, doing hobbies. So I have stepped back a little bit in the salon, and I'm just doing hair about 25 hours a week, and then doing stuff on the back end of the salon. I picked up I bought a horse. I haven't done that since high school, so I'm doing that again, which has been really great for my mental health. I have to say, I did need it, and I didn't even realize it. And so my team, I think too, they're, I let them now choose whatever hours they want to work. If they want to work 10 hours a week, if they want to work 20, 30, 40, I try and discourage them from working 50 hours a week, because I have seen burnout happen, not only in myself, but in team members. So, I really let them do what they want, and they change. Sometimes in their life, they want to be working more, and then other times, they want to be working less. So they have unlimited vacation that they can take. They can take off whatever days they want. So, I think that that's been, and my sister is actually, she's an HR. She's an HR consultant. So she's been very helpful, but she said it's not just our industry. Obviously, it's like everywhere. It's
everywhere. I love it.
So yeah,
that's good.
I'm trying to not fight it, and I'm trying to roll with it, and make my people happy, because happy employees and happy stylists, they turn out better hair.
They turn out better hair, and you have a better, happier salon. The whole environment is better.
Everything's better.
Everything's better when everybody's happy. This is
Lauren has something to say.
Oh,
Lauren,
yes, ma'am. Did
Lauren,
Lauren want to say something?
I'm sorry, I was on mute. Katie, every single salon owner needs to hear what you just said, because they are so fighting and resisting that. Most owners are workaholics, and we expect that of others, and you just named it. And I loved when you said, I'm like, well, okay, how many hours do you want to work? And you're making that happen. That is That's transformation.
You get it, baby.
Well, just
Truth
hire
and
more
beauty.
people.
Good job on that.
Hire-
And as
Right,
long as
hire more
all
people.
your hours are filled, it doesn't matter as long
It
as
doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Ah, okay.
You know what?
I
On that
gotta go
note,
to-
real quick, I had just have
Yeah.
to say the reason why is because I think they're smarter. I just think
Yep.
these young ones coming in, they are the smartest and they know how to work smarter, not harder.
Not harder.
I have veterans who work 20 hours over them and they were doing the same money. And I'm like,
Yep.
let's do what they're doing.
Yeah.
It's balance of life.
I've been
Love
saying
that.
this forever.
Love them.
man.
Ever. This is like my favorite day. It feels like Christmas
Mhm.
and my birthday. Seriously. Becca, you are the baby of the bunch. You're 22 years old, fresh faced. You've got to listen to all of us speak. Now, I need you to share with me your pearls and nuggets from today.
Well, I took notes. I don't know if we were allowed to do that, but I have a terrible memory, so
I love you.
we had to. Also, real quick, Julie, I've been waiting all week to show you this mug. One of my clients sent it to me, the therapist. I thought you'd appreciate this.
That's your granddaughter, Julie.
That's so cool.
I've literally been waiting all week.
I love us so much. Becca, please,
Okay.
please tell us, share your notes.
So first off, I want to say thank you to everybody for sharing. I feel very honored to be blessed with your guys' knowledge and experience in the industry. I think what the biggest one to me was the power of one, or like the power of you. And then just like the power that we have over the community. Not necessarily over the community, but in the community.
Yes, in the community.
I don't know who said it, but like the power of touch. We get to touch these people, send them out, and help the community through what we're doing. Sorry, I lost where I'm at.
You're okay.
Consistency and knowing your worth. That's very like eye-opening to me, just like focusing on knowing that. And then I believe I forgot your name, but you said something
Just quote the comment. Quote the comment.
yeah, looking at the positive in the family tree, like the generational curse. I always thought like I was a generational breaker. Like I come from a very low income family, was taken away from my parents when I was 10, and I'm like, now I'm a single mom, living my best life, or trying to anyway, 22 years old, and I always thought I was like a generational curse, like breaking it. So to think of it like looking at the good, all of my family is hard workers, all of them, every single one of them. That's my legacy to bring to the world, is putting in the hard work to make I don't know. Sorry, don't know where I was going with that, but
It's okay, because it's my turn as your mother right now.
Yes.
As your mother right now, I need to tell you who you are. You are a dynamic individual. You have so many gifts, talents, and abilities you can choose, sweetheart. You're not stuck behind a chair. You're not stuck behind anything that has happened to you in your past. The door is open for you to do and be and become anything that you want to be. And I'm so blessed. One thing, let me tell you something that happened this week. God sends you people when you need them. I have had a phenomenal graphics design person, and I lost that graphics design person this week. And we are about to launch something, and I didn't have the graphic, and I wanted to share this graphic. And I just like, well, what am I going to do? What am I going to do now? And I'm talking to her because I coach Becca. She's almost on her 52nd day, which is tomorrow, her 52nd day of going through the Project U blueprint, right? And so I'm explaining to her my challenges, and she says, "Oh, well, I have 2 years of graphic design." No, I did not. And within 30 minutes, she and I created the Truth and Beauty logo. And it was everything that I had imagined it would be. So what I want to say to you, Becca, is God has such a huge plan for you that your options are endless. And that's what I want for everybody. That's what the beauty industry gave me, was the ability to see that my options were endless and I could be all of me completely and totally. So we're at the 7:56 mark. And in about 4 minutes, my daddy Sal is coming in. Daddy Sal, let me tell you who he is. He is a Super Bowl champion. I call him a legend because he played on the first Super Bowl team. I'm a girl born in San Francisco, to a Bay Area girl to my heart. So to be so closely affiliated with the San Francisco 49ers it's kind of like a dream come true. But let me tell you something. One of the dreams I had was to put the beauty industry together with the San Francisco 49ers. The reason I saw that, and I know today, is because what I learned about family integrating in business, I learned by watching the DeBartolo family run the San Francisco 49ers and take a team that was, sorry guys, it was horrible the year before they won the first Super Bowl. But what I got to experience and watch was that you could empower people by treating them well, by bringing them in and embracing them. And I wanted that kind of a life. I wanted that kind of a business, and I wanted that kind of family. And then I came to the beauty industry at 30 years old. And when I came to the beauty industry at 30 years old, what did I learn? Coming into Julie Gardner Kozo's salon, right away, I saw family, I saw caring, I saw development, and I said, the beauty industry compared with the San Francisco 49ers could be something that could change the world. Fast forward years later, here comes my little red-headed firecracker, Lauren Gartland, and she says, "Can you help me write these scripts?" And out of writing these scripts, Heart and Mindset of a Champion is birthed. And then right there was my idea come to life. I now had the ability, through Lauren, through this opportunity, to see something that I dreamt as probably a youth come to fruition. I live by my mission first. I'm a mission first, mission forward person. And what I'm created to do is unite and change the world together with people through development and through creating spaces, lanes, bridges, and pathways. I had to spend the last 5 years understanding that my old me had to be broken down to the core so that I could understand my mission, so that I could really evaluate my motive, which is in my heart, which is love is at the center of everything I do. Then I had to look at my methods, and what I realized was that I had 8 different groups and networks and the ability to unite and change the world. But I didn't really know how to do that, so I called my daddy Sal. And I said, "Daddy Sal, I really want to do this." He said, "Well, what do you want to do?" And he was the first one that made me really say what my mission was. And I was like, "Well, I want to make this business. I want to do this." He's like, "No. I'm not asking you that. I want to know what you want to do. What am I helping you do?" And I said, "Unite and change the world together." And he was like, "All right, then we don't quit. And we don't quit and we fight." And right then and there, I remembered, I want to be a legend. I want to be like the 49ers. I want to go from an underdog to a champion, to a dynasty, to a legend. And I want to see people all around me doing it too. I wanted to unite and change the world. So I said, Daddy, will you do this with me? Will you come on this and talk to people about it with me? Will you help train teams and coaches? Will you help me unite and change the world? And his answer was yes. Is he in the room, Andre Brown?
Yeah, but he can't get his camera.
So, well, can we hear his voice? Well, he's in the room, but we can't hear his voice. See, this I want to say to you. Champions and legends go through really difficult times when you're going to a level up. Everybody wants to level up, but one of the most difficult parts about leveling up is the process. And the process feels ugly and it looks crazy. It's like a color correction. It's like the person that comes and they've got the jet black box color, the whole nine. It's that kind of a process where we've got to take it all out. We got to go through the orange and the borange and the broken off ends. And we got to go through that process so that the new can be birthed and born. And this is what I'm in right now. This is what Lessons from the Journey is all about. So I thank you for giving me even the opportunity to show you the ugly parts while I take every step each week to unite and change the world together. So you're not going to get to meet Daddy Sal, but I just want to tell you that is what we're going to do, is work together, work with this beauty industry in every possible way to create spaces, to create opportunities for people to grow. My 4 B's are so important, and I want you to take them with you. It's important for you to be exactly who you are without apology. Be it. Then you got to build the new. Once you've got a blueprint, start building the new thing. And building means there is a breakdown to the foundation that will have to happen. Belong. The reason that belong is vital, especially for our industry and our next transition in the phases that we're going through and changing. The belonging makes the transition so much easier. It is vital that we create spaces and opportunities to work together so that we can all grow up together and really be the family that we say that we are. Also, let me just say this before I go to the 4th. The belonging will help us to have a unified vision and voice. All doctors know what the organs are. It's a heart, it's a this, it's a, they don't argue over that. We should not have a division as to what we do and who we are and what we work on. We are beauty professionals. We work on skin, we work on hair, we work on nails. Every person, human being, has those things. And because every human being has those things, we don't quantify a person by what they look like. We deal with them by what we work on, just like a person who makes clothes deals with the fabric. It's the same thing for us. And the fourth and the most important is become. We were created to become, and that becomes sometimes and almost all the time. It should be always transforming and evolving. That is what we as the beauty industry are. We make things evolve. We're creators. And together we really can change the world. So now I'm going to my last question. And I'm starting with Lauren on this one. Lauren, where are you headed next on your journey?
Okay, great question. Well, first of all, I have to say this because it's going to piggyback what you just said, and it's going to go into my answer. I believe people in the beauty industry are the most special, fabulous, inspiring, extraordinary people on the planet. And if they did not learn that and get that through COVID, then they missed it. They missed their power. That when I talked about at the beginning, one person makes a difference, they make a difference in every life they serve. And they impact the world greatly. So for me, what's next for me is what I know is that I have more years behind me than in front of me. So I have a sense of urgency. As you get older, you create this sense of urgency. There's that wisdom. There's that move. Got to go faster. And so I must know that before I leave this earth, that I have touched, that I have impacted, that I have transformed as many lives as possible. I need to get to more people. I need to help more people live their dreams, to create more financial wealth, more personal wealth, more time for a better quality of life and balance, and to create their dream business and to live the life of their dreams. I always say it's not how you start your race, it's how you finish. So the what's next for me is helping as many people as possible finish their race strong, to identify their finish line and to cross it. But most importantly, I need to do that too. So I walk the walk and talk the talk, because that's what great leaders do. So I want to level up as a leader. I want to level up what I'm going to do to touch more lives. And I know, Sean, you're going to be a very crucial and important part of that. And I'm just grateful for being a part of this. Thank you. And I got to say hi to Sal. Oh my gosh, I love him. We got to do.
Can you see him?
No, but I know he's there.
He's there. I know. I love what we did.
It was so fun doing those with him, all of our videos together.
Lauren, I wanted to say this to you. When the other night, when I heard the message just so loud in my spirit, Lauren inspires champions, you make champions, but together, the two of you create legends. I just was so... I knew then that we were going to do great things together. So I'm truly excited about our future together. Let me go to Tana.
Hold on. I got to say just one thing.
Yes, baby.
Someone asked me a question last night. They said, Lauren, what does champions mean to you? Why do you always use the words? I'm always, hi, champions. And here's what I just want to finish saying is that every human being is a champion. Unfortunately, most people don't know it. I want every human being I touch, they are going to know they're a champion. They are going to know they have the DNA of a winner, of a champion, and they were made for greatness. And if I can do that, then that will be my legacy, because I want to know one life, thousands of lives have breathed easier because I have lived and because I've collaborated with the right people to make that dream a reality. So thank you.
That's good. Thank you. That's good. Tana.
That's perfect, because her personality is bright and beautiful. And what I think is, we are beautiful artists and we all have something special to give. And I think that each of us has this special little puzzle piece. And what we're doing, I believe, is we're finding each other, and then we're creating that. Mind you, we're stylists, so we have a pretty beautiful picture that we're creating right now. So we're putting these puzzle pieces together and making this gorgeous picture that everyone wants to see. I think it's one person at a time, to one city, to one state, to one country, to the whole world. And that's, I think, what we're going to do right now.
That's it. I can't wait. Tell them about your event. It is, I've created so many titles. I'm like, oh my God.
Watch Me Wednesday.
Watch Me Wednesday. And we're going to be on Fox 40 when I come to Sacramento. And we're going to be doing so many things together as we unite and change the world, right from your little salon. I am so juiced to see you in a couple days. Tamika, I can sorry, I get excited and then I lose my train.
Ask the question one more time for me.
What'd you say, sweetheart?
Ask that question one more time for me.
My question, I believe I was asking, I got caught up in her question. I believe I was asking you, where are you headed?
Or where's your journey taking you?
Yeah, where's your journey taking you? Thank you so much. Lord, you guys can't play with me anymore. I've lost all my marbles.
I guess my journey is taking me to awareness, to be aware and
enjoy the journey. And as far as where is it's taken me, it's taken me to, I guess, a sense of appreciation and gratitude.
That's good.
So I want to live in awareness while I'm on the journey. I don't want to be so, because all of us have so many things going on to the left, to the right. And you're trying to get to a destination that if you're not aware and if you're not living and enjoying while you're moving forward on that destination, it's not as fulfilling. You want to, like, I can look back when I first opened my salon 9 years ago, and I needed that one haircut to walk in the door to feed my family for that night. And so my husband would have lunch for the next day. So when I look, because I love doing hair so much, I didn't mind living day to day.
Come on, serve your vision.
Hair, because I love what I was doing. I love making a difference. And I don't want to leave without enjoying getting to my final destination, because I want to be aware. I want to look back at like this and rewatch it and be like, oh my gosh, they all said such amazing things. I want to be able to be aware enough to take in everything that everyone on the panel said, so it can move my journey forward. And I just want to be happy in the moment. I want to be happy, aware, and enjoy it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. No, seriously, because I think that is so vital to enjoy your journey. And that was the word that was given to me last week. I got to learn to enjoy this, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Enjoy it. I got to go because we got to get out of here pretty soon. Katie.
Well,
where are you
going? So, my guess is as good as yours. Honestly, I don't know. I think that I'm just getting started, and I want to definitely keep going with the salons and building the team, building amazing stylists. That's where my passion is. Working with salon owners. I've been doing that as well, doing a little bit of coaching. I really enjoy. So, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing next weekend, let alone.
I know. That's okay, but I'm coming, and I'm sure we'll be able to get into a lot. We'll be able to get into a lot together. Julie Pooley, where are you going? Where are we going?
You're going to love it. I know exactly where I'm going. And I'm so excited about it. First is hair, because that's why we're all here. I have a YouTube channel where I meet people all over the world. And I got my license in 1989. And the number one thing that bothered me about my industry is nobody knew what they were doing, to the point where when I would even ask, how did you achieve that? It was a secret. I want everybody in hair to know, not just, because my focus now is on the client, not the stylist. I want everybody to know hair is a science. It is not creative. When you know the science, you will be successful in hair. There is no such thing as black hair. There is no such thing as white hair. And I have never done Asian hair because there's no such thing. Your doctor does not cure your Asian cancer or your Mexican cancer. They deal with whatever cancer you have in your body. So all Black people do not have the same hair. I have been teaching people for years and years and years. You just have to understand what hair is on your head. So I'm telling you, as an industry, they deal with the exact same thing in Australia, in England, in Mexico, in Canada. Hairstylists that don't know how to do hair. They don't know how to do the science of color, and they don't know how to style, and they don't know how to suggest what can the client do because they cannot bring you a picture and you deliver it unless that's their hair type. I love pictures because I can tell them yay or nay. And then my finale is on the spiritual side. I want every human being to know that everything that you think, everything that you know has been programmed. And so you need to get in there and decide if that programming is true, is correct, if it works for you. Because the number one thing my mom taught me when I was a little girl, when I come home crying, because they call me the N-word, and they didn't say N-word. We didn't even know what N-word meant back then. She said, oh, honey, we don't have time to be worried about what stupid people think of you. Go sweep the floor, because the dirt on the floor deserves your thoughts. And so I want every human to know what you think of yourself is all that matters. That's where I'm going. Julie, the therapist.
Julie. This is probably the first time I went over, and I should have known it would, but I don't even care. You literally just slayed the night. You slayed the room, and I had no doubt. I thank you so much for your honesty, your transparency. I thank you so much for your tutelage, for your training, for your love, and your support. Becca, I want to close the evening with you. You and I are about to do something very amazing, and I want to announce it, and then I want to get your thoughts on it before we close. We are about to work on a network called Truth and Beauty. This platform tonight is the new way that we educate and we speak to one another. I've created a group called Nelle Beauty Group under the SLB Enterprise family. And that group is literally created so that we can communicate with one another, that we can help to educate one another. I also created something called Salon Epiphany 2.0. Salon Epiphany was my salon. I worked for Julie, a salon called Head to Toe. So I put them together and I called this Salon Epiphany 2.0, a head to toe experience. And after spending tomorrow, like I said, with Becca, will be my 52nd day of working with her. And then, Lauren as the other side. So that's heart and mindset. What I realized is everything that I thought is we as an organization need support. And the way I thought would work best was to be able to raise up the younger generation. And now they have the freedom and flexibility to travel around. So my first experience with this is working with Tana and another salon called Casa de Cici. She will be on the show next Sunday night because we're talking about mission in the marketplace next week. And then I'm also working on the enterprise level. So I'm really excited to work with these businesses and brands and individuals to create well-rounded, whole individuals that really, really live the way they love. So Becca, can you just on the close, how excited are you for what we're about to do?
Like, I can't even speak. Like, my reaction should tell you all, but I am beyond excited. I don't think I've ever been more sure of anything in my life. And I am just so I can't. There's no words, Shawnee. I can't. I can't describe to you.
I love you. Well,
So
tomorrow's your
excited.
52nd day. Tomorrow's your 52nd day of walking through the growth and development track. She's walking through Project U. Tomorrow's day 52, and we step into our next 52-day track, and we see where she has come, working with Lauren on her financials and the number side, working with me on her way of life side. At 22 years old, if I had this, I would be a whole nother human. So you just stay tuned for what's to come. You check us out right here at Lessons from the Journey every Sunday night. I want to thank each one of my guests tonight for really making my night special. Thank you to each one of you for imparting your wisdom. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for being my friends. And thank you for helping me to unite and change the world. And if you want to help me unite and change the world, you hit me up, you call me, go to the Facebook page, like it, subscribe to it, and comment. We want to hear what you have to say. We want to hear what nuggets you're picking up, and we want to see how they're manifesting and bearing fruit in your life. So until next Sunday, I'm
Shawnee, I want to say something real fast.
Yes.
Okay. At 22, the fact that you are even in this group, you have no idea what your future, it's so huge, it's so big, it's so beautiful. I can 100%, I left the tech career. I live in the Silicon Valley. Everybody here makes millions of dollars off the tech industry. I left it to do hair. I have never looked back, not even for a second. This is the perfect career for a mother. You will schedule everything around those babies. So enjoy. Please reach out to me if you ever need any help. I would love to help you.
Welcome to my squad. You get to see what it looks like to have a family. This is who supports my life and helps me to be everything that I ever wanted to be. I love you, and I gotta get out of here. I'll see you next Sunday night. It's Mission in the Marketplace, Lessons from the Journey. You get out there this week, you master the game of life, and experience the life of a legend. I'm Shawnell Brown, your host, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.
Bye.